Hey everybody, my name's Andy Ward and I'm from Ward's Equipment Rental, and today I want to talk to you a little bit about So You Think You Need a Skid Loader. This is our brand new 2021 T64 Bobcat brand skid steer. So there's two different ways to actually rent the skid loader. One is to call us up, and the other one is to come in. Most of our skid loader reservations are done right over the phone. If you haven't rented with us before, all we need to do is create a quick customer profile. It takes 1 to 2 minutes, and we need your debit or credit card and driver's license information. If you don't feel comfortable providing that information over the phone, that's okay. You can come in and we can scan your debit or credit card and driver's license to create a customer profile. If you already have a customer profile with Ward's Equipment Rental, it's really simple. Give us a call, let us know that you want it, and we'll go ahead and shoot it out as quick as we can. At Ward's Equipment Rental, we pride ourselves on delivery. We're built for it. We do over 1,900 skid loader deliveries annually, and basically, in short, there's 3 different ways to get this machine to your job site. We have a $0, a $65, and an $85 option. The $0 option is you come with your own truck and your own trailer and come pick up the machine. The $65 option is you come and rent one of our trailers, which is good if you're working on multiple job sites, but the most common is your $85 option. It's basically round trip delivery and pickup, $42.50 each way, and we will deliver for $42.50 each way anywhere between 1 and 45 minutes. We also have a second tier delivery, which is 125 total. It's anywhere between, 46 minutes and an hour and a half. If you want delivery farther than an hour and a half, just get a hold of us and we'd be happy to give you a custom quote. So this model T64 skid steer has the lift operating capacity of 2,100 pounds and a tipping capacity of just over 6,000 pounds. They like to go ahead and rate the operating capacity at 2,100 pounds because that's the safe working load of this machine, whether you have forks or a bucket on the front. That's the maximum safe amount of load you can carry. They do, however, have a second rating of it indicating that it won't tip until 6,000 pounds. So you want to carry weight at your own precautions. One of our most common questions asked is, do I need a track skid steer or do I need a wheeled skid steer? And frankly, they both have a place in the earth moving world. The biggest difference between the track skid steer and the wheeled skid steer is that the track skid steers have a tendency to stay buoyant on unlevel surface. They also have a tendency to grade better. Wheeled skid steers have 4 wheels, which tend to ride the spots, and your bucket has a tendency to travel along with it, making you do constant micro adjustments with the bucket while you're grading. If you're newer to the earth moving world and you haven't spent a lot of time on skid steers, track skid steers are always your best choice. They're gonna ride the high spots and grade level. In addition to that, they have a heavier curb weight and they have a tendency to grade a lot better. Not only that, but with the wide tracks, their center of pressure have a tendency to be much more buoyant on your soft surfaces. If you find yourself working on soft areas or soft ground or areas where you wouldn't typically drive a pickup truck, a track skid steer is definitely your choice for staying more buoyant and not getting stuck. They can be ran with either a bucket, they can be ran with forks, they can be ran with a postal logger. We have a jackhammer attachment. We even have a soil conditioner. One of the big questions that people ask is, how wide is this machine? This machine is 68 inches at its widest point. If you want more specs like the height or the width or the length of it or anything like that, you can definitely go ahead and check the rest of our page out here and it will give you a whole slew of different dimensions that this machine has. One of the things that I love about this Model T64 is it has what we call a float feature. So the float feature basically is going to allow the bucket to just kind of lie dead, and it uses just gravity of the bucket to ride the terrain. It allows you to basically backblade in an area and it's going to float along with the level. You accomplish that by taking the foot pedal and pushing it down forward. It seems like there's just a forward click, but there's actually a click past that. When you do, the machine arm will drop and it'll ride the contours. This makes it easy for backblading and just general grading altogether. One of the nice things that we do at Ward's Equipment Rental is we prorate our rates. It's very rare in the rental industry to have a company that actually prorates their rates. And what I mean by that is Typically, when you rent a machine from somebody and you go, for instance, an hour over your 24-hour allotted time period, you can count on the fact that you're gonna get another day charge. Here, that's not true. What we do is we have a proration table that keeps your rental symmetrical with beyond if you have an extended period of time. So with that said, one of the nice things about that is that it allows you to rent a machine for 1 week, 3 days, 4 hours, and 12 minutes, and that's what you pay for. We don't round up. We simply charge you for the time that it's out. We take a ton of pride in our fuel policy at Ward's Equipment Rental. One of the things that we built ourselves on doing is providing good customer service and making rental simple. If you've ever rented a car before or rented a piece of equipment and been ripped off on fuel with a $50 fueling fee or $9 a gallon, it's important to understand that we don't do that. Frankly, we don't even have a fueling fee at all. We only charge for the material itself. So when we drop it off, we're gonna drop it off to you full of fuel. Your responsibility to fill the fuel is none. When you're all done, we're gonna go to the gas station for you for $0 and we're gonna fill it up. Our driver grabs the receipt and hands it in. If we put $16.42 worth of fuel on there, we charge you $16.42. In other words, we do not mark up diesel fuel at all. That saves you from having to lug 5-gallon cans back and forth while you're, because most people don't carry a diesel can with them. If you are in a situation where during the interim of your rental, you find that you're low on diesel fuel, which it's important you don't run it out and there is a light that comes on, you're gonna fill them up through the back door here. And it's really simple. The latch is built in right here. Sometimes you gotta push in on the door just a little bit to do that, and it makes it a little simpler. And your diesel fuel door is right here. If anything on your machine breaks, regardless of what type of machine it is, one of the things that's really important is to stop right away. Continuing to run a broken machine can cause damage and further damage, and we definitely don't want that. The best thing to do when something breaks is to stop, shut the machine off, assuming that it's in a safe location, and give us a call. Everybody behind the counter is no stranger. We know that things happen, and we know that things happen on accident, and we know that sometimes things break. When they do, stop, give us a call. We will go ahead and create a call to action, whether we got to create a service call to go out there, whether we have to call a mobile mechanic, whatever it is, we are going to get you back up and running as soon as we possibly can to the extent that's reasonable.